Good day, viewers, and welcome to another Onside SA Soccer Show. Stevie B unfortunately won't be with us today for his tips. So joining me in the studio as always is our regular super sub and Manning Rangers League winner, Gavin Radford. Gav.
Morning, Budge. Good to be here again. Some good results in the week and some bad results in the week. But I think we took pretty well last week.
That wasn't bad, barring Man United. But anyway, what can we do? Today we'll be discussing the Boxing Day fixtures. But we kick off as always with our Postnet last one standing competition. And I'll start with the second competition first. We had 11 entrants going into round 8. Unfortunately, carnage again. Fulham took out 7. Brentford also disappeared. So we have 3 left. The 3 are Tracy Anderson, who was successful when Newcastle outclassed Leicester City. Joe Soma, Group 1 Joey, was on Notts Forest, who beat Brentford, while Postnet's own Lance Whiteford was on Liverpool, who beat Tottenham 6-3. Guys, Thursday, 12:30 is closing time for your selection. Now, the first competition of the season, we are down to 2, Tracy and Dean Grove. Unfortunately, they both went out, and they only have 3 teams that they can use. Crystal Palace, Everton and Southampton. And having a look at the way forward, the next 3 rounds are all going to be on the same team. So what I've decided, I've let them both know that they can pick from all 20 teams. That way, we may have a winner. As I said, likewise, Tracy and Dean, please remember, 12:30 is closing time. On to the Premiership for Boxing Day. Big game first up, Gab. Man City versus Everton. 1 win and 12.
I don't know. You saw this coming with Man City. They just, the shadow of their former self. I mean, they just can't put a pass together. They can't get any continuity going in the team. And when they do take the lead, they look like they're going to throw the lead away anyway. Yeah. And you've got an Everton team who've got 2 fantastic draws in the last 2 weeks. They've done really well. So it's not going to be an easy game for City. I expect them to win, being at home. But yeah, difficult game for them, and the confidence is really low in the camp.
Yeah, just hard to trust them. They're walking around like they're expecting somebody to do something, but the way they're conceding goals, and I don't know if it's injuries, I don't know if everyone's fallen out with Pep, whether it's contracts, but 4-10 Man City, while they do look the likely winner, it is a little bit tough, especially when Everton, as you say, drew with Chelsea, 0-0, Arsenal 0-0, they will keep it tight. My only thing in City's favour is Everton don't score many goals. But lunchtime kick-off on Boxing Day, it'll be nice and tight. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Gav, how do you see it?
I was very impressed with Bournemouth against United. They kept the ball well. They played in patches. United, I haven't seen a worse performance. But Bournemouth, they took the game to United. They kept the ball. They passed it around, created chances, and deserved what they got. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a thrashing. United really got hammered. So I'm leaning towards Bournemouth to win this game. Palace, I don't think they're too clever on the road. Yeah. So yeah, Bournemouth to win this.
Yeah, it all depends on Eze for me with Crystal Palace. You know, he's the main man. Their last 2 games, well, they fought hard in the cup when they lost to Arsenal. The 5-1 was a little bit of a hiding, but I expect them to fight back. I think it'll be a lot tighter. But of the 2 teams, you've got to fancy Bournemouth. Chelsea, Fulham. Now, I spoke to Stevie B yesterday. He's so worried about the injury situation, and he makes Chelsea good things. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, look at Chelsea's form and goals scored. They're scoring average of 2 goals a game, and then it was surprising to see them not score during the week against Everton. I mean, I think everybody was going Chelsea and their bets, Fulham and their bets. This week they play each other, so it's going to be a tough one. Nice price, 5-10 if you're looking for doubles and trebles. I'm leaning towards Chelsea to win this one. I think Fulham maybe will come out and try and park the bus a little bit, but I think Chelsea will be too good.
Yeah, fair play to Chelsea. Recent times they've gone to Goodison and got beat. They'd lost 5 of the previous 6. The weather was atrocious. Every through ball just went out, and I expect them to get the better of Fulham. Really disappointed in Fulham. I think they had the eyes on this game against Southampton. You know, they kept several guys on the bench, but 12-10, Fulham to win by more than 1. Chelsea to win by more than 1 looks worth an interest. A good game on Thursdays, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Which way?
This is going to be a humdinger game. I think both teams are in form. Newcastle scoring a few goals of late. Nice price, 8-10. The Geordies will be out in full force in their Christmas attire, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to a good game here. Newcastle again, I think the home team, you got to lean towards them. But Villa will catch you on the break if you're not too you leave yourself open and exposed at the back. But Newcastle scoring goals freely now, so I'm expecting them to win.
Yeah, I just think it'll be a tighter game than it looks. You know, Aston Villa away from home have been woeful, but a lot of those performances have been after their European exploits. I took a chance here. I think this has got score draw written all over it. You know, I went double chance Aston Villa and both teams to score just under 2-1, but I think there's goals in this, Gav. I think Aston Villa will catch them on the break. Newcastle are woeful at the back, but saying that, you know, Newcastle score goals. So 15-10, over 3.5 goals. Definitely worth an interest. Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, 14-10 of what we've seen.
Sure, but we say it week in and week out, this team scores goals. There's not a week that goes by that Forest doesn't score goals. And you got a Tottenham team with the manager saying he's refusing to change his formation and the way his style of play. So it leaves them a little bit exposed. So again, Forest scoring goals, 1-4, lost one of their last 5 home games. Yeah, Tottenham on the road. You know, no confidence in Tottenham. I have no confidence. I'm probably going to lean towards Forest to win this by the odd goal. I think it could be like 2-1 or 3-1.
Yeah, I've got a fancy Forest. Over 3.5 goals. One thing about Spurs, they do score. Over 2.5 goals, both teams to score with 7-10. So I think this has got 3-1 Forest all over. You never know with Spurs, they will have a go, but over 3.5 goals at 13.5-10 is a great price. But of the two sides, I definitely fancy not Forest. Southampton fought hard, worked hard under the new manager, even though he was in the stands. Can they upset West Ham?
Two poor teams at the moment, but they're really struggling. Southampton new manager. We'll always say when a new manager joins the club, have a bet. You know, get a result, and then it'll settle down afterwards. Two big clubs, but a tough game. I'm leaning towards the draw on this one. Southampton at home ground advantage, but they just don't score enough goals. West Ham on the road, 11-10, 1-1, drew 1, lost 2. I'm leaning towards the draw.
Yeah, I've got the bet of the weekend here, guys. It's West Ham to have over 5.5 corners at 11-10. One thing about them, they'll play route one, they get the balls into the box. Southampton played really well against Fulham, but they never looked like scoring. They're going to have to come at you, and I think West Ham are going to pick them off. Corners is my way to go. That's my bet. I don't trust either side. If I had to trust one, it would definitely be West Ham, but over 5.5 West Ham corners, 11-10. That's my best bet of the weekend. Wolves versus Man United, Gav.
This is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, especially with Man United. I mean, at home against Bournemouth, you've got the full house crowd, you've got everything in your favour. Trying to find some form, and then you have a display like that. So I don't know what to expect from United. Wolves, on the other hand, have been struggling. They had things go against them, and then all of a sudden they get a 3-1 or 4-1 result during the week. Man United, they really are poor, but they are the class side of the two.
Yeah.
Again, on the road, I'm sitting on the fence with this game. It could go either way.
Yeah. Stevie B's value bet of the weekend is Wolves. Says he can't trust Man United, and neither can I. I'd definitely be going the goals route. Just don't like what I see from United. They're not getting bodies in the box. Defensively woeful. In your exotics, go all 3. Liverpool, Leicester. How many goals will Liverpool score?
I think over 3.5 goals in this game. Liverpool, I think there's certainties to win the game, so there's no value in that. You just got to find the corners, free kicks, things like that, maybe a red card to get some value in the game, but Liverpool to win by over 3.5.
Yeah, Liverpool to score over 3.5 goals is 12-10. I went over 2.5 goals, both teams to score, no. I don't see Leicester scoring at 18-10. I thought that looked a gift. Brighton against Brentford. This should be a close game, Gav.
Brighton at home, Budge, they're quite a good side. I mean, they pass the ball around nicely. They got Lewis Dunk at the back. He takes no prisoners. They're a good side. They really are a good side. Brentford got a few injuries now. Battle to score during the weekend. I'm leaning towards Brighton to win this one, maybe 2-1, 3-1. I think they're a good side.
You look at Brentford's away form. 8 league games, 1 point, 1 draw and 7 defeats. So you've got to look at Brighton. Brighton are one of those teams. They play the top teams, they're hard to beat. They play the lower teams, they hardly win. I think they've dropped points against 5 of the bottom 6. I wouldn't take 7-10 Brighton. Both teams to score for me looks a decent bet, but it is short at 6-10. But of the two teams, you've got to fancy Brighton. Arsenal back to winning ways. Another comfortable victory.
Yeah, I think another game where you can go over 2.5 goals. I see Saka is injured for them, so he's out from the long term, so they'll get missed on the left. But yeah, Arsenal too. too good. I mean, at home, they're starting to find their feet again and get the rhythm going. I think Ipswich are going to come there and find it really difficult. Ipswich won 2, lost 2 of their last 4. Arsenal 1-2, drew 2, which was surprising with those draws against Everton. But yeah, too good Arsenal.
Yeah, like with the Liverpool game, over 2.5 goals, both teams to score. No, it was 18-10. I thought that was a great price. Arsenal to score over 3.5 goals, 11-10. Anything with Ipswich, they are capable, but this should be an absolute parting. And if you want an anytime goal scorer, 12-10, Gabriel Jesus looks the way to go. 5 goals in his last 2 games. Onto the championship, and I'll go through it on my own, seeing Stevie B sent me his thoughts. But Blackburn, Sunderland, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's got score draw written all over it. Blackburn are going well. It won the previous 6 until they got beat at Millwall. Sunderland, the draw specialists. You just can't believe how many draws they have, but that looks the right way to go, but definitely a score draw for me. I fancy Bristol City, even though they've only won 1 of their last 7, but Luton away from home have lost their last 7. So you've got to fancy Bristol City of the 2. Coventry should be too good. Frank Lampard's team should be too good for his old England teammate Wayne Rooney's team. How do we make money? Well, both teams to score and them to win is 28-10. No one expects Plymouth to score. I do. So 28-10, Coventry to win and both teams to score. What can we say about Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough? 3-3 at Plymouth when I thought they were certainties. They just draw too many games. But Sheffield Wednesday will give them a tough game. They won 5 and lost 1 of their last 6 away from home. And that defeat was to Sheffield United. My suggestion, the draw and Middlesbrough. Onto the second page, Norwich. Unbeaten. I think they've only lost 1 of 25 away league games. I don't see them losing at home to Millwall. Suggestion, Norwich to win, both teams to score. Desperation game at the bottom. I like the look of Oxford United. 19-10 Oxford United to get a result. But in your exotics, I would definitely go 1 and 2. My beloved Preston North End, my hometown, at home against Hull City. I've got a new manager. It'll be a lot tighter than I expect, but 12-10 Preston have only won 1 of their last few games. It's a bit short, but I think my boys will get a result. Big game in the championship is Sheffield United against Burnley. Both going well. 11-10, both teams to score. I thought that was a good price. Both teams don't give away too much. Sheffield United have won their last 9 at home, and Burnley have won their last 3 away from home. 2 sides vying with Leeds United for automatic promotion. I thought 11-10 was a big price. An early goal here, and I think it will be open gates. But of the 2 sides, I like Burnley. Onto our final page in the championship. Swansea at home against an improving Queen's Park Rangers. If ever there was an upset of the weekend, I think it's QPR. They totally outplayed Preston on midweek when winning. They've had a great run. They've unbeaten in 7, and I thought that was a big price. Swansea City, good footballing team, but I don't know, I just don't trust them, and I'll be going QPR on the draw in that particular game. Watford at home, best home record. 8 wins and 2 draws. 8-10 looks to me to be the best team bet of the weekend. Portsmouth had a good result on the weekend, but away from home they're woeful, and I think the Hornets will be too good for them. Derby County, West Brom. Another value bet for me. I like the look of West Brom. They're now starting to score goals. Derby have gone off the rails lately. They've only won 1 out of 8, and that one was at home against struggling Portsmouth. West Brom don't give much away, and 16-10 for me is in all my bets. And last but not least, Leeds United. Away from home, they've only won 1 out of 7. So I'm going to go the goal route. Stoke City are struggling. They haven't won an 8. And even money over 2.5 goals is my suggestion. On to the PSL. Gav, we've got 2 games today. One at Moses Mabhida. Amazulu Sundowns.
It should be a good game. I mean, I'm just worried about the weather outside. I mean, it looks like it could be raining in the next couple of days in Durban. So, but yeah, a very good game. I think Amazulu won last week, so they have a little bit of confidence in the camp. But Sundowns are a great side, even though they were a little bit off colour, if I can put it that way, last week. But Sundowns should be too good for Amazulu.
Can Amazulu score? 13-10, both teams to score.
I think they can score today. I think they can score. It's a nice big pitch.
3 o'clock, I'll be watching that, Charles.
Yeah, I think I might even go down and watch it today.
Okay, other game is Orlando Pirates, Maruma Gallants.
Pirates too good. Yeah. Pirates too good. I mean, they're really pushing hard to win the league this year.
Yeah.
But I think Pirates will be too good for them.
Yeah, they'll go joint top with another victory. Anyway, on to Saturday's games. And the first game's at Hammersdale. Golden Arrows versus Polokwane. I was on Polokwane the other day. They won 1-0, but they were hanging on against Maruma Gallants. Abafana Bestende, great chance to get a result here, Gav.
Yeah, tough. It's tough for these guys. I mean, they sometimes I think the minds wander when it comes to December time for our players. But yeah, good soccer coming up. I think that maybe a score draw will be a good result.
Yeah, I think 21-10, and there'll be goals in this. Golden Arrows every time I back them score, so I expect goals. 12-10, both teams to score. How many will Sundowns put past Richards Bay?
Another one, I think they're coming to Durban. They'll probably be in Glebe Stadium. The Sundowns too good. I think they'll win about 2 or 3-0. I think Richards Bay just don't have the class to match Sundowns when they're on their game.
Yeah, can't have Richards Bay. Sundowns, you just don't know. They go back to Pretoria. Maybe the Christmas pudding will get hold of a few players, but I don't expect them. But 4-10 is short, but they should be too good for Richards Bay. Sekhukhune against Maruma Gallants. Game played in Polokwane. Hometown, good things?
Yeah, I think Sekhukhune will win this game. I think they've just got that home ground advantage. I know the other team doesn't travel too far, but I think the pitches are nice and dry and hard, and it's really the temperatures are up. But I think Sekhukhune will get a result.
Old teammate Dan, my man Molasele, won't be happy with you by saying that. Super Sports Stellenbosch, this will be a tight game. See, if I looked at the 0-0 betting, Gav, it was 6-1. You know, I know these teams give nothing away. It's normally one goal either way, but can't believe Stellenbosch are favourites.
No, I like Stellenbosch, Budge. I think they're a good side. I think Stevie's got them playing some good football. They're almost like a Sundowns. They pass the ball around quite a lot. They keep possession. They try and pull you out of position. Gavin was Super Sport. They don't score many goals. There's something missing there. I don't know if they need a good quality striker, but I'm leaning towards Stellenbosch.
All right, for me, I think it's going to be under 2.5 goals is short, but 0-0, 6-1. Cape Town City, Amazulu. Lesotho had a good result the other week. Can they get another one in Cape Town?
Travel to Cape Town, tough game, tough for them. It's been hot in Cape Town, so dry conditions. Tough game. I think maybe Amazulu come away with the draw. At best, I think.
Yeah, I think this has got 1-0 written either side. Hoping for Lesotho, but I think Eric Tinkler's team may be a little bit too good. Magezi, you're telling me Clint got fired or resigned?
Well, it's out there that he's resigned from Magezi. I mean, they've won the cup, did really well to win that cup. He got some money into the coffers for the club, and then I think their league form, I think it's 6 games straight that they haven't won, up against a very good Pirates team, and I think they'll lose again. I think Pirates win by more than 2.5 goals.
Fancy Pirates. They got it. Well, it depends on today, but Pirates are looking strong, so you expect the Buccaneers to get a result. This game's at Harry Gwala in Maritzburg. Royal AM TS Galaxy. How do you see it?
I think Royal AM budget quite difficult to beat up there. They hold their form, and that's how they stay in the league. I think they can get a positive result. I think Royal AM to win 1 or 2-0.
Yeah, that nice and firm, that cricket pitch in the middle, even the move, that's a hard pitch that. Played there many a time. And last but not least, Kaizer Chiefs. I've seen a variance in betting, but 12-10 to beat Chipper. This game's at Moses Mabhida.
Chiefs, I never understand why these teams want to give up their home ground advantage and travel around. I know they've got a fan base around the country. But when you're struggling for form, like Kaizer Chiefs are, and the fans are demanding results, you got to play in your home ground. You got to get your home patch, make it a fortress. Chiefs haven't done that over the years, and they're paying the price now. In saying that, I would think that Chiefs would be too good for Chipper. Just purely on the pressure that they're under, they need to get a result, and I think 12-10 is a very big price for this game.
The only thing is, you know, as we played, every time we played Chiefs, 2 weeks. You were looking forward to playing Chiefs. So this is a cup final for all the players. You know, I agree. I don't know why Chiefs don't just play in Johannesburg with their base. But I know they're trying to spread the message. I'm a Khosi for life, but I don't like...
They've got millions of supporters around the country. They should be playing at Ellis Park, make that the fortress, and then dominate. But they don't. They move it around for the supporters. It doesn't help the team because it feels like an away game, especially when you're coming from Joburg to Durban. Yeah,
they can't have my money, Gav. I backed them against Polokwane. I thought they were good things. They got absolutely destroyed, even though they missed chances. But Chiefs will not have my money, not for the next few weeks. Anyway, on to the exotics for Thursday, remember. And the first one we've got is the Soccer 6, and I've gone the field in the Blackburn Rovers Sunderland game, as well as Bournemouth Crystal Palace. I banked Chelsea to beat Fulham, the field in the Newcastle United Aston Villa game, and ended up with 2 bankers. Nottingham Forest to beat Tottenham Hotspurs, and West Ham United to win at Southampton 162. On to our second Soccer 6. I'm chancing Man City. Can't believe I'm saying this. To win at home against Everton. Middlesbrough win and draw at home against Sheffield Wednesday. Oxford United win and draw at home against Cardiff City. Chancing my beloved Preston North End to beat Hull City at home in 2 fields. Sheffield United and Burnley, and Swansea City Queen's Park Rangers 2-1-6. Onto the soccer 10, I'm going Bolton Wanderers win and draw at home against Barnsley. The field in the Bournemouth Crystal Palace fixture. Chelsea to beat Fulham. Dundee win and draw at home against Ross County, and Huddersfield Town win and draw at home against Stockport County. Onto the second page, siding with Aberdeen to avoid defeat at Kilmarnock. Newcastle United and Aston Villa, the field of that particular match, and ending up with 3 bankers. Nottingham Forest to beat Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham to beat Southampton, and Watford to beat Portsmouth 288. Onto the soccer 13, Liverpool to be too good for Leicester City. Chelsea to beat Fulham, 2 fields, going for the upset in Wolves against Man United, and Newcastle United and Aston Villa. Going for Nottingham Forest to beat Tottenham Hotspur, and West Ham United to beat Southampton, while I'm throwing the draw in with Bournemouth at home against Crystal Palace. Onto the second page, I'm going Blackburn Rovers win and draw against Sunderland, Bristol City to beat Luton, West Brom to beat Derby County, Norwich City win and draw against Millwall, Preston North End to beat Hull City, and siding with Burnley win and draw at Sheffield United 288. Onto our budgies bets for the weekend. I'm going Aston Villa to win and draw and both teams to score. Then I'm going over 2.5 goals, both teams to score no, in the Liverpool Leicester City and Arsenal Ipswich Town 4,000 to 200. My team goals sides, I'm going Aston Villa and Notts Forest to score over 1.5 goals, Arsenal to score over 2.5 goals, and Liverpool to score over 3.5 goals, 3,600 to 200. Onto the championship, I'm going Watford to beat Portsmouth, West Brom to win at Derby County, and over 2.5 total goals in the Coventry Plymouth Argyle and Stoke City Leeds United matches, 2,000 to 200. My both teams to score sides in the championship are Blackburn Sunderland, Coventry Plymouth Argyle, Sheffield United Burnley, and Swansea City QPR, 2,900 to 200. There's no Spain, so I'm going to Italy, and I'm going over 2.5 goals, both teams to score no. 28 to 10, Napoli versus struggling Venezia. Both teams to score in the Sunday game between Udinese and Torino, and the best bet price-wise in the Serie A on Monday, Bologna to beat Hellas Verona, 2,600 to 200. And my Collis King 6 on Exa. I'm going Notts Forest to beat Tottenham, Liverpool to beat Leicester, Arsenal to beat Ipswich Town, West Brom to beat Derby County, Napoli to beat Venezia, Bologna to beat Hellas Verona, 3,200 to 200. Gav, you've never been sharp.
But it's a difficult weekend because there's a lot of teams that are very short in the betting. I mean, you're going to go 2.5 goals, over 2.5 goals. But I'm going to dip into the championship, and I'm going to go with Sheffield United, Preston, and Middlesbrough.
Just don't spook my boys. We need a result. We're dropping into the relegation zone. But yeah, it should be a good. But it is Thursday, guys, Boxing Day. There are fixtures on Saturday. We haven't included them because obviously the games on Thursday will affect the betting and so on. To the guys left in last one standing, please remember Thursday 12:30 is closing time. And to everybody else, have a great Christmas, and please remember to stay on side.